really good story. Kind of scary, but it's true, okay? This is a story about
Jaden's
a place
face.
that we used to go to at a place called the farm.
Farming.
Yeah, farming. Do any of you remember the farm?
They've never been there.
Up north at Wellston, Michigan? Josh has been there.
Really?
I remember.
I think Jesse's been there.
I don't remember.
Well, it's at a little place in Wellston, Michigan. Do you guys know where Wellston, Michigan is?
Nope.
Well,
Nope.
someday you might.
You're different.
And anyway, that's where I spent most of my childhood growing up. It's where my parents had a farmhouse where my great-grandpa used to run a dairy farm where they had cows and pigs and chickens. Anyway, when my parents got the farm, we used to go up there all the time. And all of my cousins, family, relatives used to go up to the farm every single weekend, especially through the summertime. And they had friends that came to visit from far off places. Friends and relatives and priests and rabbis and bunnies. People from all over the world came to visit the farm. Okay, are you with me so far?
Yes.
We had all kinds of fun all the time. But there was this one particular weekend that we did something really scary. You want to know what?
Yes.
Okay, we went to go shining deer. Do you know what that means?
Nope. Yes.
You do? What does it
And
mean?
it's really fun. It's where you take like a shiner.
Spotlight.
Me and my dad have done it, and you go in a cart or you go into the woods and use the spotlight and shine it around to look for deer in the
Right.
dark.
And you walk, right?
Yeah, and you don't shoot them.
No, you don't shoot them. But when you're at the farmhouse is in the middle of the woods. So we walked on a path in the woods. There's all kinds of paths in the woods. We had paths that we'd walk to the saloon and we'd walk to the bridge and we had all kinds of different paths, secret paths that our parents didn't know about. But anyway, so one night we were going to set off to do that, and there was a full moon that night. And I don't remember who all was with me. Probably my cousins, Monty and Margie and Ed and Bobby and my sisters and who else, I don't remember that night. But we were going to set off and do that, and we waited until it was dark. And to make things more interesting, my dad took some dollar bills, and before we went off for a walk into the woods that night, he took some dollar bills and he went into the path that he knew we were going to take, and he nailed the dollar bills to the trees so that we could find them while we were out shining deer at the same time, so that we could, collect the money and get rich too while we were out shining deer. Okay? So as soon as we knew he was done doing that, we got ready to go for our walk. Now it was really, really dark that night, so that was kind of scary in itself. But we started out for our walk. We went on a path that we knew that there was an old man that used to live on the path. He had an old abandoned house that was about a quarter mile down the path.
Mr. Crow.
His name was Old Man Crow. And I never got to see him, but the story goes that he was a very scary looking old man. I don't know that because I didn't meet him. I was younger than pretty much everybody else. But I had heard that his nose was half the size of his face. I mean, really, really big. And he was a short little man with great big feet. I mean, big honking feet. So you can imagine what he probably looked like.
Honkin'.
And I don't know what he really looked like, but to have your nose the half size of your face. But anyway,
You look
he
like a crow.
had passed away at the time, and so his house was abandoned. And we took off on our path, and we started walking along. We all had our flashlights, or shiners as you call them. And we started picking off the dollar bills off the trees as we were shining deer. And we saw a few along the way. And we knew we were getting closer to Old Man Crow's house. And as we got closer to his house, we kind of got scared because we heard tales about Old Man Crow. And there was a full moon out, and you know, everybody hears tales about werewolves and, you know, all these creepy creatures coming out when there's a full moon.
Laying with them.
Well, we got closer to the house, and all of a sudden, we heard this loud, I mean, blood-curdling scream. All of a sudden, right in front of us, this ghostly figure jumped down off the roof of Old Man Crow's house. A big figure with a white sheet over the head and just jumped right in front of us.
With a beat that long.
Naturally, we all screamed. We didn't know what was going on. We jumped right off the roof of this house that was abandoned in the woods. So we stopped, and then we were going to turn around and run. And then all of a sudden, another one jumped off the other side of the roof, right behind us.
Did you guys think it was a ghost of Old Man Crow?
Nope.
Oh,
Well, it was a ghost of something. We didn't know what it was. We either had the front ghost or the back ghost, and we weren't going to run in the woods because there was no path there. We had nowhere to go. What are you thinking? What?
Why don't you just try to see if they're actual ghosts? Like, pick up something and throw it at them. If it goes through them, then
there you go.
Would you do that in the middle of the night?
In the woods?
Are
You
you sure?
would?
Blackout.
With somebody that comes up bigger than you and starts going boom.
well, pick up something that's nearest and throw it at them.
Are you sure?
Well, if it goes through
Now
them,
we
then
know what
I'll
we're going to do at Blandford in the
If it
middle of the
goes
night
through
in
them, you're
October
wrong.
next
Okay,
year.
Because what if there's one behind you? If it goes
Yeah.
through
Amber,
them,
what's your?
you just run right. It's Jason Voorhees.
Jason Voorhees. If it was Jason Voorhees, I wouldn't throw anything at him. I'd be getting the heck out of there in a heartbeat.
Libby has a input.
Yeah, but
What?
no, not even.
I would just run away, and then I would see if they're coming, and then I will see if there's blood on the ground and see if it was a real monster who killed that guy.
Oh,
Let's just continue on the
Yeah, she's
story.
right.
I have something
Continue on
to
the
say.
story. Okay, wait,
Continue.
Gracie.
Obviously don't
Let's
need
hear
it.
Gracie's opinion.
you don't
I think I would just run as fast as I can, and then I'll just see if the sheet, if it's a real person, and it could be someone under a
Like you were Shaggy and Scooby Doo?
Ruh-roh, right?
I'll take the sheet off, and if it doesn't come off, it's a ghost, and if my hand
I
goes
knew it was
through.
Mr. Winans.
Scooby-Doo.
And then I
I've gone away if it
Just continue on the story. Continue.
Good idea. And those were what do you think?
kids.
It'll probably be Jason Voorhees, because on his first appearance, he had a white cloth over his head.
You're right, he did.
So it was probably a person.
That's true.
Yeah, so let's,
You guys got some really good thoughts there, but I'll tell you what really happened. We were scared. Because whoever it was, whoever jumped off the roofs, I don't know, but we dropped our flashlights.
and your dollars?
No, we don't got to.
We gotta keep the money.
Hold on to the money. Drop the
You might have to find your
flashlight.
way out of it if you catch me.
That is true.
In between them.
Back then, a dollar was worth a lot more.
Money's more important.
Which brings us to Grandpa Joe's motto.
That's right.
Slap my leg and
That's
call
right.
me honey.
Grandpa Joe's a politician.
'Cause
but
that's
he
the
knows
way I
better.
make my money.
So, here's what happened. You know, that scared us really bad. You should always be afraid when a ghost-like figure jumps out in front of you. But as it turned out, you know who Uncle Joe and Uncle Tom and Uncle Jim are, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, my brothers are, at that time of their lives, they were kind of
Naughty.
naughty.
Troublemakers.
And
Oh, I know what happened.
they took off their sheets, and guess what?
It was them.
It was them.
I knew it.
That's kind of funny because they did it to their nieces and nephews one time too.
Ah!
Did they? I guess I don't remember
Yeah, I
that.
didn't know they did that.
Uncle Jim
Sent
put the
out-
money out.
Yeah, Uncle Jim put the money out on the tree like always.
Two
And
tracks.
sent like Jeep and me and I thought Sarah.
Well, see, now
Sarah
if
was
you
always
bring
too
Sarah
afraid
was
to
younger.
go.
Hmm.
And yeah, as we were coming back, Uncle Jim
Lyra's with you.
and Uncle Joe or Uncle Jim and Uncle Tom had the sheets on and jumped off the barn roof.
The barn.
The barn roof. Or the garage
Wow,
roof. One of
Sarah's
the
at
two.
home.
That great big barn that was caving in.
Okay, bye.
Wow,
Remember
that's
Uncle Jeep?
scary.
See, now if you threw sign at them, it would have been your family
Uncle
member.
Jim was out there making
Now,
you walk there.
my
There you
understanding
go right
is there was a detail in there missing. Was there a
The
machete involved? Wasn't one of them holding a knife or something?
Somebody
kind
was
of
holding
prop?
something, and I don't
It was
remember what
plastic.
it was.
Hopefully it wasn't a machete because that can be just Jason.
Well, they wouldn't.
That
have
could have
done
been Jason
something like
Voorhees,
that.
you know.
Just
But,
can
you know,
we hear another?
I'll tell you what. That's not the end of the story, okay?
Okay.
We got back, and we thought everything was all well and fine and dandy, and we all started singing and laughing, and everything's fine. We got our money. Oh, it's just Uncle Joe and Uncle Tom and Uncle Jim, but we got back to the end of the path, came back to behind the barn, and we were getting back almost to the farm, and all of a sudden, yeah,
It happened
there's
again.
another ghost. Who in the heck else could be doing that to us? Even Uncle Tom, Uncle Joe, and Uncle Jimmy were scared. So we
I
thought,
wonder who
no,
that could be.
there's nobody else that would do that to us.
Only Grandpa.
And we thought for sure, gotta be old man
Uncle
Crow.
Ed?
We were all scared.
We have to be Uncle Ed.
Was it
I
like
don't know.
kind of
Who
invisible?
the heck was it that time?
You
Was
okay,
it
Jan?
kind of like invisible? Wait, I have
Was he invisible, Mom?
I think it was Grandpa
Yeah,
something
yeah,
with his socks off.
Jen, leave the dogs alone.
It was
Okay.
Grandpa.
See? I was right.
With his
My
socks
own
off.
dad.
His toes
Sheet on his head.
Those toenails.
were all curled.
My money was on Uncle Ed.
I don't remember Uncle Ed doing. I remember they did a march during one of our volleyball.
Oh,
Grandma,
yeah.
can we hear another scary story?
They did a march, that's
Yeah,
right.
really always good.
Uncle Ed was the leader. So wait, guys, here's my question.
What?
Do you guys want us to nail some money to a tree in Blandford, and you guys,
Oh,
you guys can go shine it?
Not after that, no thank you.
Well,
yes!
yeah.
Shining.
Wait a minute. If you do that and you find someone jumping down in front of you with a white sheet, what are you gonna do?
Oh, I know what.
Whack him.
Yeah, whack him in the face. Wham!
Whack him.
Wham in the face. Wham in the
No,
face.
first thing to make sure it's not Jason Voorhees.
Snatch him and
Or
take him out.
first thing to do to make sure it's not Jason is by throwing a pepper at his face.
It was Michael Myers.
Just the kids.
I have no idea what that is.
Fun.
How do you even know who Jason Voorhees is?
I don't know.
Friday the
But man knows how to kill him.
Yeah, you
Tie a
can
rope around
I
each
take
other's
it
waist
that
so they can
it's in a
separate.
video game, maybe?
No, it was in the video.
Watch what